Buying a new car today is not transportation. It's a long-term hostage negotiation with cup holders. You don't own a vehicle anymore. You own a very expensive escape room that moves. And every 6 months, some tiny piece of plastic breaks and the dealership acts like you cracked the Liberty Bell. You walk in holding this little key fob cover, just a flimsy scrap of metal. Looks like it came off a toy robot from a cereal box. You say, "Hey, this fell off." The guy behind the counter goes, "Oof." That's how you know you're about to lose money. Never trust a mechanic who starts with oof. Oof means he has already mentally opened your wallet and found a comfortable place to sit. He types for 3 seconds and says, "Yeah, that'll be $197. For what? This thing weighs less than a communion wafer. $200 for a key fob cover?
For $200, that key fob better unlock my car, my house, my childhood trauma, and the mystery of why the check engine light only comes on when I'm happy. And then you say the magic phrase, "Isn't it covered under the bumper-to-bumper warranty?" And they look at you like you brought a flute to a gunfight. Oh no, that's not covered. Not covered? It's between the bumpers. Where are the bumpers, spiritually? Because last I checked, the key fob is part of the car experience. I can't start the car without it. I can't lock the car without it. I can't even stand near the car confidently without it. But somehow, bumper to bumper means we cover the bumpers emotionally. Everything else is a lifestyle choice. Modern warranties are incredible. They cover the vehicle unless something happens to it. That's the whole policy. If your car remains in perfect condition, congratulations, you're covered. The minute a part breaks, suddenly it's classified as trim.
Trim is dealership code for pay up, peasant. Oh, that's exterior trim. Oh, that's interior trim. Oh, that's decorative hardware. Decorative? It holds the door shut, Gary. My favorite is when they say, "That's considered normal wear and tear." Normal wear and tear? I've owned the car for 8 months. What am I doing, driving through a knife factory? They use wear and tear like it's a religion. The sun visor snaps off, wear and tear. The button falls inside the dashboard, wear and tear. The glove box opens and shoots a spring into your passenger's shin, wear and tear. At this point, wear and tear just means you touched it. Cars used to be machines. Now they're delicate subscription sculptures. You can hit a pothole and the whole dashboard lights up like Times Square on New Year's Eve. Tire pressure, lane assist, stability control, blind spot sensor, emotional support unavailable. One tiny hubcap goes missing and the dealership says, "Sure, we can replace that." Great. That'll be $286. For a hubcap? A plastic circle? A decorative frisbee for the wheel? For $286, it should not only cover the wheel, it should apologize to me for leaving. And light bulbs. Remember when you could change a car light bulb? A bulb burned out, you bought a bulb, you popped it in. You felt like a man, or at least like a person with thumbs. Now a little overhead cabin light goes out and they're like, "Oh, we don't replace just the bulb. You need the entire overhead lighting assembly." The entire assembly? I don't want to renovate the ceiling. I want to find my gum. Why does a burnt out bulb require a $400 plastic cathedral? That's not engineering. That's a ransom note with LEDs. And they say it like it's normal. The bulb is integrated into the housing. Integrated. Another beautiful word. Integrated means they took a $3 problem and taught it to attend business school. Everything is integrated now. The mirror is integrated, the sensor is integrated, the cup holder is probably integrated into the transmission. One day your windshield wiper will wear out and they'll say, "Unfortunately, that's part of the panoramic rain management module." How much? $1,900. To wipe water? Plus labor. Labor is where they really get theatrical. The part is $14. The labor is $600 because apparently it requires removing the front seat, the dashboard, the left lung of the technician, and a small memory from the car's childhood. They show you the estimate. Part, $38. Labor, $712. Shop supplies, $49. Environmental fee, $18. Emotional damages, pending.
Shop supplies always gets me. What supplies? A pen to write down how badly I'm being robbed? And the dealership parts department has the energy of a jewelry store for objects that should cost $9. Everything is behind glass. A tiny plastic clip has its own SKU, barcode, and security escort. You ask for a replacement clip, and they say, "We'll have to order that." Of course you will. Because the clip was manufactured in a mountain monastery outside Stuttgart by one elderly man named Klaus, who works only during eclipses. It'll be here in 6 to 8 weeks. 6 to 8 weeks? Amazon can get me a trampoline, a kayak, and 12 pounds of peanut butter by tomorrow morning, but Toyota can't find a gray plastic rectangle until June? And it's always proprietary. That's the Racket. You can't use any normal part. No, no, no. Your SUV requires a manufacturer-approved, VIN-matched, dealer-coded plastic insult. You can't just replace the thing. The car has to recognize it. Recognize it? It's a floor mat. Why does my car need to bond emotionally with the floor mat? Modern vehicles are expensive proprietary puzzles. Every piece is designed to break separately, but be replaced collectively. You lose one screw, you need the whole door. You crack one button, you need the full climate control panel. You scratch the emblem, they recommend a new bloodline. It's like the car was designed by a committee of engineers, lawyers, and raccoons. And they don't want the car to last. They want it to survive just long enough for you to develop feelings. That's the cruel part. By the time the little tortures start, you've named it. You've paired your phone. You've adjusted the seat memory. You've told people, "I love this car." And that's when the visor snaps. Now you're in too deep. A snapped visor doesn't sound expensive. That's how they get you. You think, it's just a flap. No, it is not just a flap. It is a premium sun management component with vanity mirror integration and emotional pricing. That'll be $342. For the thing that blocks sunlight, I can do that with my hand for free. My hand has never needed a firmware update, and missing hubcaps are basically a monthly fee. You hit one curb and suddenly your car looks like it has dental problems. You go online for a replacement and every listing says, genuine OEM. OEM is another phrase that makes your wallet hide under the bed. Original equipment manufacturer. That means same plastic, fancier gilt. A third-party hubcap is $28. OEM hubcap is $219 because it was blessed by the brand. And the dealership always acts like you have no choice. Well, you want it to fit properly. Yes, I want the circle to go on the circle. Let's not pretend we're landing on Mars. They have turned basic ownership into forced consumption. You bought the car, but now every little piece is an unannounced subscription fee. Your heated seat works until a sensor sneezes. Your key fob works until the shell cracks. Your light works until the housing decides it wants a promotion. And every repair comes with the same quiet threat. Technically, you can drive it like that. That means we both know you won't. Technically, I can drive with a dangling visor, a missing hubcap, a cracked fob, and a dome light that flickers like a haunted motel. But now every trip feels like I'm operating a mildly successful junkyard. And the car knows. Modern cars are snitches. Old cars broke silently, respectable. A 1994 sedan would lose a bumper and say nothing. Loyal, dignified, a soldier. New car loses one sensor cap and sends 12 alerts. Service required. Driver assistance impaired. Key fob shell emotional integrity compromised. Please contact dealer immediately. Immediately. That's the word they use when they want you scared. The car isn't on fire. The little plastic door over the charging port is loose, but the dashboard makes it look like a nuclear submarine is flooding. And that's how they keep you coming back. Fear, inconvenience, and a part number nobody else has. They don't sell cars anymore. They sell rolling ecosystems of dependency. You are not a driver. You are a subscriber to the privilege of your own property continuing to function. And the worst part? You'll pay it. We all pay it. You stand there at the parts counter holding a $200 key fob cover thinking, this is ridiculous. Then you swipe your card because what are you going to do? Start the car with dignity? That's modern vehicle ownership. One loose piece of plastic away from a bankruptcy scare. A bumper-to-bumper warranty that covers everything except the car. A parts department where a burnt-out bulb becomes a home renovation. And a manufacturer smiling at you like, congratulations on your new SUV. We look forward to charging you for it forever.